and the millions watching around the world on television. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's get ready to rumble!
What's going on, Gray Pill Podcast? I'll get some of that Sunday Holy Ghost at you. All right, what's going on? Like always, you have your host with the most. Let me go ahead and put my ugly mug in there. Ah, Angelus, your man with the master plan, doing it again like always. And wifey Mickey Meek, what's going on, girl? Looking all Lois Lane-ish going on.
I
I guess I could be your Superman. Oh, let's get
could be your Superman.
Anywho, we got a great conversation. I dropped a link to a buddy of mine. I don't know if he's going to come in. He asked via texting while this was going on. Shout out to the chat. I appreciate y'all. Like always, Black Silver. What's up? What's up? Black Scale, my boy. If anybody remember, I was representing in the Duke of Dawn stream with some controversial conversations, and I had to keep it one-sided because there was too much stuff going on. So I appreciate you, Black. So someone had to step up. Also, we got in the back end. Let's go down there a little bit. Ramana. We got Primal. What's going on, Primal? My brother from another mother. Appreciate you. All right, so whether he drops it or not, the show must go on. So we're gonna continue it. What's going on with you, lady?
Sorry, I was looking at the I was looking at the sunset. It's pretty.
Okay, what's going on? All right, I've seen too many horror movies.
Yeah, someone's out my window.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. You just like,
oh no, someone's outside my window.
And then a hand coming and snatch you straight up. It happens. It happens.
That sounds so good.
Alienations 3, 4, 5, 6, and 10.
I can use me an alien.
All right, so anywho, we got a great topic for you guys. We're gonna discuss about plastic surgery and we're gonna do reactions to shout out to Jubilee. It was a great conversation. I was teetering between the two because there's two good conversations, but I figure out we'll just go ahead and go with the plastic surgery. And we'll break it down and get our thoughts on it. All right, chat. All right, let me share this real quick. All right, can you see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. What you giggling about?
My husband's so funny.
Okay. Oh. What the hell's going on here?
It's how I make sure I drink water. It's like
you making a lot of brothers happy out there. That's all I'm saying.
Why? Because I'm drinking water?
No, that's how you're drinking it. You're making the viewers a little bit extra happy.
Hold on.
Nope. Okay. And I pressed the wrong button. Oh my god. Struggle stream is too real.
Oh, look, I'm there again.
All right, let me get this out of the way. I apologize. Is it that? Yep. Nope. Okay, cool. All right, there we go.
Oh my. Carry on.
All right, so we're gonna we're talking about surgery with Jubilee. So here we go.
Tummy tuck was worse than my SRS because they cut your stomach and they lift the muscles, and that's your core. Ooh. And so just sneezing, farting, coughing, dropping something is a bitch.
Damn.
I wish I didn't get plastic surgery. 3, 2, 1, go.
I had a rhinoplasty and a breast augmentation. It has helped me overcome a lot of self-image.
Oh, I have to read that few just in case somebody else couldn't read it. Rhinoplasty commonly referred to as nose job.
It's
okay,
a nose job. Yeah.
All right, I just had to make sure.
I'll help with these.
Okay, thank you.
That I've had, and I do not regret either of those at all. However, sometimes I do wish that I was more natural, just because I feel like society puts a big emphasis on being naturally beautiful.
I was insecure about my breasts before. I didn't like the size. I was like, maybe if they were a little bigger, like. So, and I went ahead. I did it, and I could never go
She
back.
cute.
Like, it makes me so happy. Like, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, God damn, girl, where do you come from, ma? Like, okay, give me your number.
What's like
I
Poppy
my whole
2.0?
entire life felt uncomfortable with my boobs because they were in a regular shape, and that was never going to change unless I got a surgery. I could never regret it because I feel so much more confident, even though they're not even like fully dropped and shaped yet.
Hi, I love my plastic surgery. I've had over 225 procedures. I had a lot of bad experiences, but I don't regret any of it. It's made me who I am. I have a recording career now because of it.
As a trans person who goes through this cishet society, people are always nitpicking at my body. They're always like, you don't have big enough boobs. You don't have an ass. Your face looks fucked up. You don't look feminine. You look masculine. I kind of wish that I never got breast augmentation, not because like it makes me feel any type of way, but more so I wish I didn't feel like I had to have boobs to feel pretty. I didn't like my mother pushed that a lot. Like, you need to look feminine to be beautiful. And I'm like,
well, you're perfect the way you are. And
Do you feel that way? Because I think she was trying to make a point, like feminine to be beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. 110% agree. I think it's something that's definitely put on society that for women, you have to, in order to be feminine, you have to be beautiful.
I'll try to see what's going on with this one, but well, I'll keep my thought to myself. Oh, that's a lot.
the way you
Hell
are,
yeah.
you're always perfect.
100%, I'm telling you.
I was pretty before my surgery.
Absolutely, 100%. I was beautiful. I've always been. I still am, and I will be my whole life. This was just a little salt, a little salt and pepper on top. That's it. A little more flavor.
Well, my nose changed my whole life, my whole perception of my face. So I think I'm beautiful.
Hey, we got a personal question. If you feel like answering it, says Minka, personal question: have you done any surgery?
No, only because I'm too scared. I've never had any kind of surgery, period. Like no broken bones, nothing.
Okay, there you go. All right, since we got a little pause statement, we're gonna bring somebody to the stream. His name is Cam, so we're gonna call him Cam. What's going on, Cam?
Hey, Cam.
What's going on, brother?
I appreciate
doing?
you. Doing good, man. All right, so wherever you started, I don't know how much you saw, but we just started 2 minutes in for the topic is plastic surgery, and everybody giving a perspective. The questions that was asked from Jubilee. Have you heard of Jubilee before?
Heard of it? Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Do you have any opinions or thus far, or are you fine with just continuing and we can stop as thoughts go along?
I'll flow in.
All right.
All right, cool.
Well, now, but before when I look at pictures, I'm like, God damn, I'm so glad I got that nose job.
I kind of agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, I've always felt like I'm beautiful from the inside out. No matter what anyone else tells me, like, just because I didn't fit your beauty standard back then doesn't mean that I'm not beautiful now.
People should be open about their plastic surgery.
It's nobody's business. If, it isn't. Sometimes I'll tell people, I guess I look like a walking plastic surgery doll, but I could care less. And it's up to the individual, whether you want to tell your story or not.
Well, I think when it comes to celebrities and like influencers, like you should be open about your plastic surgery, because I think that people like, especially like when they're in they have higher platforms, that they should be open about it, because a lot of people have had plastic surgery. It's like, and you're going around
They
playing
have
it off
plastic
like you
surgery, like,
haven't.
should we go to the dentist?
It's like, okay, you don't want to tell me that story? That's okay, but don't tell me something's real and natural when it's plastic.
Plastic surgery.
Yeah, I got an issue with that too, because and first of all, to the other chick, the tall one, and I don't want to hate on her and disrespect her, but this is how I feel. The world we live in now, people always gawking and staring but if you know you pretty much did too much to be doing too much, somebody gonna ask. You know what I'm saying? And nothing no extreme to that, but I'll tell a story of my just my immaturity. I remember I had to be like what 18, 20, and working at one store, and this female had like just a great body, and I'm like, I just like, hey, complimented her boobs, but not just like on a hitting emotion, like, yeah, you got nice breasts. Just left it like that. And she gave me this story about how she actually had cancer in her breast and had it removed, and then she had surgery done to get it replaced. I said, oh, okay. So I took that as a good conversation. I learned something from it, and we moved on. But everybody doesn't have that same story. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, if you're getting to be getting them, if you're fine with it, that's fine. But just know gonna be moments like just random stuff, like even in the question, the comments, somebody asks Mika, because people gonna be curious. Hey, did you get this done? Did you get that done?
Yeah, but I like that. Forget your story. Sorry, but it's like the real issue isn't so much like, oh, be aware that people are going to ask you. What those women are talking about is, as a female to another female.
Correct.
If those, what we base as females, what we base our beauty standards off of is like celebrities, the magazines, what guys are talking about, every rap song about fat ass and big tits and la da 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 da. So if a female like Cardi B goes on and she says this is all natural, that creates a kind of like not just,
Disillusion.
let me say it,
Okay.
not just disillusion. It's a dissatisfaction within female themselves. Like it's a real thing, because then what we think is, oh, that's how women are naturally born, like on a regular basis. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you had a micro penis and like everyone else had a huge penis, and then there were surgeries for big penises and everyone was getting them, and they're like, nah, dog, this is real. This is real. Is that what you're born with? Like that's the best way I could explain it for men to understand and really comprehend how devastating and how important it is for women. That's what they're trying to say. Like if women were just honest with it, maybe so many other women that feel like they need to have surgery, like there's a girl in all white. She said it. She was like, I felt like I was pressured. I felt like I had to get something done. Like I had to have these boobs in order for me to be beautiful. And that's the part. It's just, I have like a real big pet peeve of like, I understand privacy if you don't want to, but at least at a certain extent, you have some sort of responsibility if so many people are following you. You really, really do. And like I like artists like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, and there's another one I can't remember, but they say like, "Fuck yeah, I'm fake. This is a fake plastic booty." This is like they talk about it regularly, so that other women know like this is not real. You be real. You go do what you want to do, or if you want to get this, cool. But you understand that this is not real, because they understand like the psychology. It's fucked up, is what it is. It's super fucked up the way that women, we are like programmed to think and shit.
What's your thoughts on so far, Cam?
See, I can understand her perspective.
Yeah.
Because like I think I can understand her perspective when you say somebody like Nikki that will just say this isn't real, so it can help with the psychology behind it. But I still think you still end up in the same, you're still going to feel, they're still going to have that same pressure regardless of knowing whether or not it's real or not, because it's not going to change the appeal as far as men are concerned.
Okay.
I mean, you have those men that are completely against the fakeness of it. Like, I've never really liked Nicki Minaj as far as this Barbie thing.
Yeah.
Because it just, for me, it doesn't matter if you have plastic surgery or not. Like that doesn't bother me. I'm not going to be the person to ask.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's got to be something about you as a female that you actually feel good about. When you look in the mirror, if you have nothing, like if you don't like anything about yourself, that's what I feel like that says.
Well,
And
the
it's
fact you said that, now I feel like
Sort
because
of.
not no, I get them. Now I feel like when because it's stuff like that, it's like you're trying to correct a problem to yourself, and this is how I see it now. Let's say, okay, one chick said I need boobs. They're gonna make her feel better, but leave the guy part out, right? Of him objectifying her. So she gets the boobs, then she finds something else. Then she
But
get the
that
nose, then she finds something else.
But that's the thing where it's like what these women are talking, but the majority of them are talking about, like one got boobs, one got a nose job, another one, I think she had boobs too.
Yeah,
The only one that's had multiple is the one in front, Jubilee. And
yeah.
and if you hear what all of the women that are saying that they only got one, is that I was beautiful before. Now this is just extra. And that's
Hmm.
the big thing where, like, I've talked to a lot of women, and like even for me, like I've always said, like I want to get boobs when after I have children one day. Um but like I've lived most of my life being like I'm fine the way I am, and
Yeah.
especially like in the Hollywood scene, oh my god, it's a rarity not to have fake boobs. It is a rarity. And so like the crazy part is that
yeah,
it's to
yeah.
now to
It's
be
a
one of the
rarity to see in Jane.
yeah, well to be like I'm like one of the few. There's like one other girl that I know of that has her own boobs, and like I work it to my advantage. Where
Hmm.
it's now it's like there's some guys, some, I'm not saying all. There are
Hmm.
some guys that are like, it's so refreshing, or I like you because you don't have them, and so it's it's really about getting the understanding that like I love that you said that, like, don't think about what men are thinking or what they're liking or what their preferences are. If you want to have a surgery, have it for yourself, because it's going to amplify what you already have, as opposed to feeling like you're not good enough.
And that's the biggest thing for me is because a lot of these things that women get thinking that this is what's going to attract men to them. Yeah, it's going to draw attention, but something that it's not something that we actually want. Like nobody actually sits down and asks what your preference is as a male. Yeah, these things are great, but who the hell? Like I've never met the man that just said you got to have double D titties. Like you just have to. Like that's
I've met a lot of guys that they're like, I don't.
why. Like what
Well,
is
I'm just all I'm doing
what
is
do
I'm
I need titties
explaining to
bigger than my
you.
head for?
You guys have this thing in your brain that you think that like guys don't say this to women. I've had guys tell me you would be a 10 if you just had boobs. You would be a 10 if you just had like a smaller waist.
I
You'd be
would
a 10 if
love.
you would, like, I'm not joking. Guys have said that to me, and I know that they've said that to other girls, and I know that it's
I
been
would
in
love to meet
conversation.
these guys because on my end of the fence, and I can speak for my end of the fence, and we can actually chat. If there's guys in there, have you ever said to your woman like you gotta have boobs, you gotta have lips, you gotta have no job? Or if you know a male friend or even the females out there, if you heard that, say it in chat. But me personally, on my end of the fence, I've never looked at chick and just like, yeah, 30 CDs, just do us justice. If you
It's not the extreme. It's just like, oh,
I
you
know. I'm
need
just saying.
this,
That's
you
why.
need that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying that just any size. Like, yeah,
Oh,
breast implants. Just
okay. So
go
no, go
ahead.
ahead. I'm bad. Well, no, I can. I think what we're confusing is a fantasy, like something you a preference for fantasy outside of something that is required.
Okay.
Like if you ask somebody what they prefer to have or what they want, especially when you're talking about another person, you're going to get an answer from majority of people. Majority, especially people that have dated that know themselves. They know what they want. That doesn't mean that if you don't have this, I'm yeah, it's a no, or you need this. It's we have to actually differentiate from what a male's preference is or what the average male's preference versus necessity.
Right, but that's why we're just talking about it, because it's not we know that in human real life, that if I'm talking to a guy and he says, I'm a tit man, I like big boobs, and I'm like clearly like a small or big A, small B, which is my size, that I'm gonna be like, okay, well, he probably, maybe he does like me, maybe he doesn't like me, but maybe he really likes me based off of my personality and everything else that I bring off to offer. And that tit man that he used to be, out the window. Now he's an ass man. That's like reality, right?
Yeah.
But in this fallacy, especially within this goddamn community, no offense, but like the pill community, I have heard so many guys of like having unrealistic expectations. She has to cook and clean and split the bills, and she has to take care of herself body wise. She better be hitting the gym. She better have a small waist. Oh, I want my girl to be a virgin. Oh, she has to have boobs. Like, there's so many fucking expectations. Y'all would like kill yourselves over how many expectations women have to go through on a fucking regular basis. It's bad. Even in the business world, like, I'm pretty, so I have to dress extremely modest. Like, literally, I cover myself from here, sometimes turtlenecks, but never anything like below where my shirt is currently, and never anything showing my sleeves, always wearing pants, because I know that if I just have a face, I'm going to get hit on or something's going to happen. And like, I got a thing on LinkedIn earlier today that a guy like sent me a kissy face. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get a lead. Like, and like, women, this is the world that we've been born into. And like, I don't think that, and that's, I like this conversation specifically because it should be less about what women are doing wrong, thinking they have to have surgery, and more about what they're doing right and having surgery for themselves, as opposed to what the male species thinks.
Well,
which is what you said.
Okay, well, I'll let Kim go, but because I'll simplify my end. I think that, just tagging on to the part you said, I think women in general that has these plastic surgery, I'm like, because I'm like the few that's in here, that group, they're saying that one is probably saying that, hey, I'm doing it for just self-confidence. Okay, great. But then that kind of clapped back a little bit what Cam was saying, like, hey, most men, but I'm trying to leave the men part out of this one, Cam, like just the women's perspective on this one. So you got one saying she's doing it for herself. You got one pretty much was pressured in society and how she's growing up. Butt, boob, nose. Another one saying she's doing it for a business aspect, pressure. So when it comes down to it, I feel like if ultimately you have to start learning to look within to get that self-validation first. And then if you choose to do it, it's like, hey, let me go buy some new sneakers because I just want to get them. You know what I'm saying? Fuck everybody else. That's where it should be. But go ahead, Cam. Then I read most of the chats here.
Well, see, I agree. What I was actually going to say was like the expectation that women have, and I could actually. I'm going to levy and say that I can understand the societal pressures that women have, like the expectations that, because I can, as a guy that have talked to other guys, yeah, some of them have really, really, really high unrealistic expectations, especially compared to what they actually bring. But I think that there is also a conversation for the other side of that too. Like, there's unrealistic expectations on both sides. So I really don't know how we can use if we want to bring
yeah. I mean, you can. I am, because I like, just to.
I don't think.
Yeah, because I know what you're saying, because it still
adds to leave the man aspect out of this conversation.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
I don't know that we want to bring that in.
No, fuck it.
We were wanting to leave the.
Bring it. Bring them in, because they have it too. I know a lot of guys are like.
Yeah, I'm saying on the fact that it adds a factor to it. I understand where he was going with it. I was trying to leave it out, but at the same time, you're like, I can't, because it does add a factor. I was
trying to leave it out by saying, like, when she brought it up, I was like, I don't know if we want to go there, and if we want to leave the man aspect out. I don't know that we want to go to the unrealistic expectations.
No, because here's the bottom line.
Because
if it was just
there
women,
are a lot of unrealistic expectations that women have.
Let me say this. If we need to, because if there were only women in this world, I guarantee you we would not be concerned with like who's got the biggest butt and who's got the biggest titties. I guarantee you that if it was just women in this world for some godforsaken reason, because I love men, it would be there. It would be more like I don't know if it would be supportive or not, but I do know for a fact that there would be less pressure to try and be the most beautiful fucking girl.
There would be less pressure. There would be less pressure all the way around if you eliminated the other sex. Like there would be an unlimited amount of pressure because, well, there would be no pressure at all. Like right now, everything that men do, the ego that we have, that drive, majority of it is driven based on the perception that the other sex would have of us. Outside of that, you do have a competitive nature, but I mean, our competitive nature is only going to take us so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like the only time I've seen.
After that,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
well, no, just after that, there's like, I don't think it would be any different for men than it would be, like you said, for women.
I agree. So we're pretty much on agreement on that one.
The only time I've seen guys have surgery, I've seen them have like full teeth, facelifts, hair transplants, and like they have this like new thing where they'll like carve out your like abs and shit and make it look like you have a six pack all the time. They also have implants so that makes it look like they have pecs. But the only time that I've seen men do that is when they're fucking old. That's the only time. I haven't, or like if they're in like someone mentioned it in the bodybuilding. There it is, bodybuilding competitions. Those are literally the only times that I've seen them. I've never seen them any other place. It's always either they're old or they're doing it in bodybuilding. It's not just like, oh, I'm 29 years old and I want to look like I have pecs all the time or any of that stuff. Like that's a huge difference because you got 19-year-old girls getting boob implants.
Yep, because we as men, we have I think the difference for us is we have
Dad bod is in
the realization that I think we have the realization that to get the attention of the other sex, money is going to be the driving factor regardless of anything else.
Yeah.
Until you start to get older.
I agree with that because like it's like the more you get older, it's like
they
less
know
we
that
care.
They can do.
All right.
But women at a very young age, up to probably until middle age, they can move off of their beauty.
What?
So
hold on, because you get a little choppy. So let me hold on, Ken. Let me read most of these comments. Black Scale, what's up with you, man? I appreciate you. He says any form of body modification will come with stairs. I agree, especially big girl in the front. No disrespect. That's just how I feel, my perspective. In bodybuilding, men go through the same plastic surgery forms. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. With synthol and even silicone injections. Look at Rich Piano Rip. I guess he's responding to Primal that side, and Primal goes back and forth. Shout out Primal, but the one required multiple double stripes. And okay. Someone says ab surgery and pec surgery for muscular illusion and disillusion. That's what Mika mentioned most of that. Marcus again, so I just don't want to hear any woman say I got plastic surgery because she's a Virgo or Sagittarius. Shout out to the Great Bill Podcast. Hey, hey, I'm with you now. I don't know about the Sagittarius or Virgo signs, but
I would rather hear it. I would rather hear that than men wanted it. So like, look, I would rather hear they got it because they were any other reason, honestly.
Yep. Black Scale says on a recent interview with Rich Pinus X channel, guilt tripped her into getting plastic surgery like him because it would make his followers happy. That's kind of messed up. I know how true that is. I guess he's talking about the peer pressures we was mentioned earlier, but look at him now. Rest in peace. Wow.
I mean, there's women that have plastic surgery after having children because their husbands like it's not the same.
And shout out to you, Poppy. And who else got going back and forth saying look at it
I agree with that.
What, this right here? Not either not
And they're idiots, but I agree with it.
not looking at it with health risk because I care for the person, but also don't like to hear people complain post-op saying I agree with that too. With the pressure. Like if you know, like this is pretty much what it comes down to too. I agree with that. I feel like it's come down to one, if it's a risk of your health, I would suggest not to do it. I dated someone that has it. Their reasons was they felt was just. I'm not going to question about it. It wasn't like, hey, I'm trying to look good for everybody else. It was like, hey, I had kids, I'm sagging, so let me get them, perky or firmer, whatever, and fuller. And now when they had a rupture after 10 years, they wasn't keeping up with the maintenance of it. They didn't go to check on it like they're supposed to. They just waited 10 years. One popped. Now they're stuffing one bra with a sock on. Yeah. So that was my experience from what this person was done through. That's Barry. And they dragged it out for a year, bro. Dragged it out for a year without even going to the doctor. No, nothing. They didn't even want to get a loan. I'm like, yo, go get a loan. It's easy to get a good $1,000-1,500 loan if your credit not even really decent, and just go ahead.
How much do you think surgery costs, sir?
How much surgery costs on your end, ma'am?
Yeah, I was about to say.
It costs like 10 G's at the very least for a
okay. Here in Alabama, you can get is $3,000. You could put 15 down on it.
I'm sorry, what?
Here in Alabama.
What kind of janky ass doctor is in Alabama? Because we ain't even talking about the actual.
Are you going to a back alley?
Yeah, that's some back alley bullshit right there. Because just the anesthesia alone, which is a cost that is delegated throughout the entire. Let me explain something to you.
I agree.
I know, but I need to. Everybody understands this shit because it's a health thing. If you get surgery more than 4 hours long, the anesthesia alone will cost you $3,500. And anesthesia is the same price everywhere in the nation. That's what. So if you're going to a doctor and they say they're going to do something like that, that's going to be 4 hours long, and they're like, oh, it'll just be $3,500. Fucking run. Because what we haven't even talked about is there's a lot of back alley ass places that screw people over. They die. They come out lopsided. They come out all sorts of messed up. There was a doctor that was illegal. Wait, no. Yeah. Cardi B shared that story. She was getting illegally injected silicone in her ass. And I guess the day that she was supposed to go get more, the place got raided.
Primal says false. Can you elaborate what you're saying false on?
The cost for anesthesia for 4 hours?
I know anesthesia.
I love how we wait, and I'm like, the one time
my wife's cousin is an anesthesiologist.
I would like to acknowledge that Primal saying false is the only time that shut me up so that I could wait for his answer. That's respectful. I love you, Primal.
Marcus here says, wait, Angelus, surgeons for $3K where are they and what is their Hey, I only can go by that little experience I have. I saw the bill when that person went to where they went to, and the bill was brought to them saying, hey, $3,000, 15 down, and come back and get all your stuff taken care of. I will actually send all the information in the links below after this over. Y'all can Google it and click on it, do all your homework, because that's it. So I will leave all the links below.
No, I'm not telling you that you can't find what you just said.
No. I'm not you. I have to address them. I have to address the chat. Yeah.
It's when you find it.
And since we bring it up and just keep it 100 now, we know. Let's keep it 100.
Primal answered, by the way.
Oh, what's his answer? I'm sorry. He says different price throughout the country. Yes, sir. Thank you. Let me hold that up for a minute. That's the point I was getting.
So I actually just found it. General anesthesia cost widely. Okay, so $400 for the first 30 minutes, and then $150 for every additional 15 minutes is the baseline for terms of cost.
Okay, so that sounds like that's fair with the $3,000, right?
Yeah, right. But It's so that's it's just so it
All right.
fluctuates between that, but it's still like around the same
And just
cost that
because
you're talking
and just to
about.
be fair, because I want to put us in the same pot. We don't give shit. We don't give a crap about everybody else. We don't give a crap. We're actually just for some reason we're breaking down the numbers just cause. So we can care. we all in this platform can care less. So we just
Because
want.
Primal said fall, so it was like a fun thing.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to make
I
it clear.
was just like
Yeah.
$3,000 flat. I just kind of was. I like, look, if you can find surgery for $3,000 flat, I wouldn't do it.
Hey, but just since you said that, and
That's
since Primal had put us
like
up
telling
here,
me that you're gonna find Jordans for $15 out of a trunk. Like, come on, bro. Like, you're not gonna get no Jordans for $15
hey,
bucks.
back in the
Like,
day,
you're just not
you
gonna do
used to
it.
get the Air Force Ones like 110, and you can get it somewhere, some little rinky-dink store. Your homeboys out there trying for like what, $35, 40. I'm just saying, but you got the
Man,
vent.
you know them bitches were stolen. Like, what are you talking
But
about?
somebody stole anesthesia
I
too.
knew that guy. Like, and then the fucking check mark wouldn't be the right size. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Fuck around and have your goddamn check mark on the wrong side. Like, this nigga trying to get you some shoes that ain't even got. Like,
All right.
what? You be thinking you fresh as hell, looking like you got two different sizes.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair. But just to round it
I'm
back.
done
So
with you.
yeah, different price to the country. So again, $3,000 depends where you're going. Vetting is at your
Fucking course is
disposal.
spelled with PH.
Is at your disposal. So let's go ahead with the video. That was funny. I know some sneaker thieves right now, like, yo, for real?
Your forces,
My recovery
your
honestly
forces will be
wasn't
spelled with
big. Everybody
PH.
told me you're gonna be in so much pain, this and that. You're not gonna be able to lift your arms. You're not gonna move. I was fine. Like 2 days later, I was in the shower and I took my shirt off. I didn't feel it.
I'll tell you, the worst one was the tummy tuck. Tummy tuck was worse than my SRS. Everything. It was because they cut your stomach and they lift the muscles, and that's your core.
Ooh.
And so just sneezing, farting, coughing, dropping something is a bitch.
Oh.
Hold on. I want to address that real quick because this is what I have a problem with too. Just when she's mentioned about the stomach part, you got to be lazy. Like, real talk, for you to go out your way to get that type of surgery and you don't want to take the time out and just go ahead and just put in the work, it's ridiculous. Granted, you can't make your boobs grow because you're pumping iron. You know, we clearly you can't, but you can actually take the time out to eat properly. You know, do some exercise, walk up and down the stair too.
Let me pull a Primal real quick.
Around the corner. I got you.
Really, sir?
Around
Really?
the corner, but
Wow.
really, somehow, some way, Lord.
Well, I mean,
Wow, really?
technically, if that's your argument, technically that would mean everybody getting ass shots.
No, but I'm referring to her about the stomach
Let's-
thing.
let's
I'm saying because
you
she said,
can
Let me
she
go
said
to
I have to
actually
cut out
do
my stomach.
exercises
And,
to fix that.
yeah, I'm
too.
referring to the core because she had to cut out my stomach and lift this, and that's my core, so it hurts and she sneezes through all the stuff. So that's what I'm addressing. I just
So
want
let me address you. When women have children, even after 30, your metabolism is no longer the same. Whereas with men, you guys still continue to generate testosterone to help you lose weight, eat healthy. That works. A lot of women will not be able to do that as they get older, especially after having children.
So
and,
you're
and
encouraging that?
And then you're not even talking about the fact that your skin stretches like 3 times sometimes, is not even just 3 times, so much more. Decepticon. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm for it. Are you kidding me? I've seen what happens to a woman's body.
Okay,
that
but did
shit
you
does
just
not
but you just
that
but
shit
you
does
just
not go back.
okay, but did you just hear what she just said though? When she had surgery, the
Mhm.
pain that she's going through after the fact, she said if she even sneezed and fart.
Yeah. You'll
That's
still
crazy.
have that. You'll still have that because when women give birth, their asshole tears into their fucking vagina. So it's the same shit. You might as well get a tummy tuck and look pretty afterwards and not have all the excess skin.
That's crazy.
I'm just trying to explain to you some things so that you understand, like, it is different for women. I get it I understand what you're saying for a normal human being.
Okay, so
that's like just lazy. I'm with you. But people that have lost significant amount of weight, like I also knew another woman that was like almost 500 pounds. She lost, I think, 200 or 300, and she had a lot of excess skin. She did it here and she did it on her tummy. She didn't do anything else, but just those were the 2 spots where she had that surgery. and the birth part. Oh geez. Wow, I'm kind of shocked by that one. But does that make sense? Like
I'll let Ken go. I mean, I'm
Well,
in
because
all with
like
it.
this is like the wall
I
of your
would give you that.
muscle. The wall of your muscle, it's like tight, right? But when you are having a baby, like inside of your stomach, not only does it stretch, it stretches and it tears pieces of that muscle. So when they're doing the tummy tuck, they're also stitching the muscle that's been torn because the muscle can't come back together.
I wanna debate. I wanna like just say disagree only because I've seen like, and I'm going by like just what I've seen. Women that just had babies and right after they're having babies go straight back into working out and getting their abs and getting their
So
and hold on, and it's not, and it's a different. They don't have that same complaint this woman said she had by surgery. Literally says she got it cut open, a section of her stomach torn out and pulled up.
That's a tummy tuck. That's a tummy tuck. But I just want to clarify, every woman's body is different. My mom had me when she was 21 back in the gym. She was like a triathlete, and you could not even tell the woman had a baby. She's tiny. So when she was pregnant,
did she have the same complaints like this woman had though?
So then when she had my sister when she was 45, she actually had all of the symptoms. Her stomach still to this day has not gotten better, and she's considering it. She works out. When she was pregnant, I don't know what happened with this child, had so much energy. She was pregnant swimming 2 hours a day with her big old belly. So like, I'm trying to explain, there's differences in bodies, especially if you're younger, your muscles have more traction to be able to come back together, or if you didn't stretch so much. But there's a lot of women that don't have that. It's just educating and understanding that like you can't say something like, we go to the gym. That's a lazy
No,
mentality.
I was saying okay, but I'll get you. Go ahead, Cam. You got the church finger up.
I agree with her when you're talking about two things. I agree with her when she's actually talking about specific women because I mean, when you give birth, hormones changes a lot of things in a woman's body, including their metabolism. Every birth would.
Let me just hold on. Let me answer this real quick.
We were just looking at the aspect of women.
Okay. Go ahead. No, you asking her? You're asking Mika?
Yeah.
No, I was agreeing with her.
Okay.
Like I'm agreeing with what you said in the aspect of women, but the particular person in that video had sex reassignment surgery. So where the conversation where it went, she's not giving birth to children. So the argument, though I will give it to her when you're talking about women or women that were born women, but in this case, childbirth and though taking hormones could probably have the exact same effect on them. So,
not on their muscle.
I was just gonna say, like, maybe we shouldn't talk about childbirth.
Well, no, because we're speaking generally.
Okay, well,
we're speaking generally. So I'm talking. I'm talking for the segment. I'm talking for the little
my
segment.
previous statement of maybe not.
I'm just talking about the little segment of women that like give childbirth or that like lose a significant amount of weight. Men too, if they lose like 200 to 300 pounds, they have excess skin. I think that it's something that like they should be able to do without being, thought of as lazy or anything. I was just talking about a specific group within the group of people that have tummy tucks.
Yeah, you're good. Mika, do you want to go ahead and wiggle the chat? Black Scale asks, not to judge.
It's okay. No. But let me ask a question.
Yeah.
Not to judge, do I have Botox? I have to ask you a question. Does it look like I have Botox? So I need you to answer that first.
Okay, we'll give you a chance to answer that one, Black. She said, does it look like it? Yes or no? And while we are going through here, Primal says, have babies in your early 20s and you'll most likely bounce back quickly. Okay.
I fucked up.
Back to science. Poppy Blanco, what's going on? Poppy says, why people get plastic surgeries? ? Because they going something wrong. I'm saying doing something wrong because they're doing something wrong psychologically. I think it's a preference, bro. Like this is me from what the women saying and from what I seen, from what everybody here in the panel saying, it's a preference of each their own. What Black saying? Okay, he's saying, all right, Black, let's go
All
for it.
right,
Black said in the lips,
I think that
or that's some Kyle
Kylie
Jenner
Jenner magic. So she has a
magic
magic
stick.
trick. She has a magic trick that we all learned, which is you overline to make them look bigger. I don't, and I'm gonna. But the reason that I asked, so first of all, Botox is not in the lips. Botox is for an anti-wrinkle, and it removes your wrinkles and it lifts like slightly so that you look younger. What you're talking about are injections. Those are, I think, silicone or something like that. I don't know what they're made of, but I do get Botox regularly. I have not gotten them in about a year. The reason that I'm asking, does it look like it? Because I'm doing some like magic trick shit, kind of like Kylie Jenner, when I redid my eyebrows so they're like good up, and I was like, does it look like I did? And you said yes. Sorry.
Clearly, she's happy with the process. All right, moving along. So go to watch that with other video. Poppy says
Oh my
Mika,
God.
pregnant woman, should be getting surgeries.
mean,
Your ancestors didn't do it. What? Okay.
Well, and
Poppy being Poppy.
so
You
I
wanna-
do want to say, because it's actually, let me say one more thing, because it's aligned with what these women are asking questions. Plastic surgery is different from cosmetic surgery, so we would have
Mhm.
to address that too. And I do get Botox, and one of the things that like I learned really early on is that you never want to change your face. You always want to enhance or keep it like not aging. So I started Botox when I was 27. I'm 30 years old now, and I look like I'm fucking 25, bro. I like it.
I agree.
And do you see what I just did?
for
Do
it.
you
Yeah.
see what I just did? It was, I enhanced it. I wanted to keep my face. I didn't want to change it. And that's the same thing where these women, like if you kind of talk to each
let me
of them.
let me throw a factor.
that-
Let me throw a factor in this. Good genetics, because usually people don't need.
Oh yeah,
as
I'm
much,
Hispanic.
Latin people got good genes. What you talking about?
That's why I'm laughing, because I'm also Hispanic, which is
Yeah, all
usually
that plays a part too.
it does, because a lot of I have a best friend that's white, and she started getting Botox the same around literally the same time, and hers doesn't. It has to do with how much hydrogen. Someone explained it where it was like basically it's how much oils your body can produce. So like Black people, Asian people, Hispanic people, and there's something else. It's kind of like we don't age, whereas white people age really, really fast.
Yeah, we already know that. We're not even gonna dig on the race of that one, but yeah, but we're yeah.
It's the melanin. It's the melanin held in your skin. But
Yeah. All right,
like,
bravo
I
on
don't
that.
even know if she realized that she named everything but white people.
she
Oh, I did. I
yeah,
knew
she
that's
did.
my point.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, my bad.
He's
people.
leaving them out.
Like, I don't even know if she realized, like, she named literally everybody.
I
But
did. That is the point, because they are the. Yeah.
Hey, we got
they
to
have the
say
least amount of melanin
Hey.
in their skin. So that's
we got a saying here. We call it the long stroking on Cam, so she's long stroking us a little bit.
Lead attorney here.
wow.
I love this.
That is an
I
interesting
love that
saying.
you did that.
The part in unrealistic beauty standards.
Like people are usually not born with perfect boobies or
Yeah.
perfect anything. So it definitely does.
And it's not just plastic surgery, it's the
False. It depends on what you consider perfect. Continue.
fillers, it's the Botox,
Yeah,
it's all
exactly.
that stuff. All that
Exactly.
snowballs.
Really?
Into, I mean, so I sometimes get complimented by people on the internet being like, "Oh, you're such a natural beauty," and I'm like,
Sheesh.
like it's
Natural
just
wear,
like-
baby.
Plastic surgery is a privilege.
So, as a trans person myself, I feel like plastic surgery is definitely a privilege because even just being on hormones for a trans person is a privilege, and not all of them are able to access large amounts of money just to get a procedure because, you know, they're just not granted that.
It's not a privilege. Anybody could have it. Privilege, to me, it sounds like only certain groups, certain, of a socioeconomic group can get it, but anybody can get it.
And I respect that, but I think having that option to choose, oh, I'm gonna go and get my tits done. That is privilege. And I come from a third world country. You know, like I've seen struggle, I've seen bad. So to me, I'm blessed, and I think it is a privilege.
Some people.
Let's bang that one out. So, do y'all agree or disagree with? Go ahead, Cam. Let
Is,
you
is
get us.
this all? Is this all a conversation of all trans people?
No, it's two.
There's one
I
trans.
Because I've
There's
heard
one
this like
trans.
3
Yeah,
times as this
little,
video is gone.
yeah, the very petite one. That's the other one is trans. The other one in front,
I'm
because I
like,
know
okay.
she.
I just
Yeah.
not that was an important question.
Yeah.
I just kept hearing it, so I just
Yeah,
wanted
because
to
they was
ask.
trying. I guess she was trying to make it as a factor to on her end, which it kind of adds, I guess, more of the pressure part. You know, so but she is the only trans that's on there. Everybody else is all women. The one in the far front, even though as soon as you look at her, you might think that, but she is a woman too that actually went through the extra too many cosmetic surgeries, as she openly admitted it earlier.
I'm like, well, I saw one because one it was labeled, and then I just saw somebody else make the trans just make a point
Yeah.
from a trans perspective. Like, okay, she doesn't look like she's trans, but okay.
Hold on. Primal is calling me.
But whether or not
What's going on, Primal?
I agree, it's
Yes.
Angeles,
Yes.
What'd you do?
What do you mean what I do?
Your stream is unavailable. Stream suspended for policy violations.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. You've been blocked, bro.
Yo! Yo!
And then I came back, and Stacy's sitting here, and she started like yelling at the TV and laughing, and I was like, "What did I miss?" And she said, "I've never seen this before." And I come back, and I'm looking at the screen right now. It says "Stream unavailable. Stream suspended for policy violation."
What policy violation that gotta be? Hold on, I'm on my computer now.
Is Jubilee watching?
Oh
you?
my
Did
God,
they
it
say that?
is.
Yeah, in the chat, Mark.
Look.
And Poppy are seeing the same thing. They're
Yeah, I
like,
see it.
"Yo."
I'm trying to find the reason why. Give me a second. I'm in the studio.
Because are you all still like talking like it looks normal on your end?
Yeah, it's still live and everything.
Because you're in StreamYard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so StreamYard wouldn't strike you, but or like take you down, but like YouTube.
I'm not. She's holding the phone.
Guys, we're official YouTubers.
Make her get a kick out.
Yeah.
She said we're officially YouTubers.
Yeah, we've been officially taken off.
Oh, you're back now.
Damn, bro. How you?
Now I'm saying we're
how
back.
You gonna get crashed on very
Yeah,
first
this is
video
crazy.
as part of the panel?
What the hell?
Yo, this is bugged out.
Yo, how you gonna get trashed the very first video? The very first video I'm a part of.
Yo, shout out to Stacy because I would have been running my mouth for a whole hour.
I went to the bathroom and she started screaming. She's like,
Yeah, right.
And I was like, what?
Hey, that's my girl. That's my girl.
Yeah, I'll let you back to it, man.
I appreciate it, man.
You're back.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, that's my homegirl.
Yeah, right.
Yo.
Hey, shit. Kicked you off.
Well, screw it. We'll take a media pause and have thoughts on that one. What's your thoughts on that one, Mika? Because that's crazy.
How the fuck we gonna get taken down my very first video up?
Hey, welcome to the Great Pill Podcast, sir.
I would just like to say thank you. I feel especially honored for this award of being taken down.
Yo, that's crazy.
Damn, somebody reported us. Oh,
It had to
man.
be. It had to be. But the fact it came back in that long, like they had no water to hold. That's pretty much what it could have been. But yeah.
Damn. Okay, so wow, officially YouTubers, you got your first fucking live stream taken down. Cool.
For 4 minutes just to bring back up.
Hey.
Look, I'm reading the comments. Should we leave and come back?
Well, we're still there, so I'm actually looking at it. So we're still there.
Yeah, I'm like, shit, I'm on my phone, so
I'm looking at it. Anywho, let me put my bug in here because that deserves some extra likes and subscribe. So hey, subscribe, like, hit that notification button, There you go. I appreciate you. Only for y'all guys. But you know what's extra funny? I'm gonna go ahead and like say a side note. I hit StreamYard, right? And we have streaming through Facebook on my blogger side, and of course of YouTube. YouTube came up first as soon as it started saying, and I'm gonna read it verbatim. It says, I quote, "We're having trouble streaming to Facebook. This may be an issue on Facebook's end." And I'm like, how? All it was just a thumbnail alone. And that's it. But we already know how Facebook do, so that's a whole nother page.
Anyways, let's move
Okay.
it along.
All
Let's
righty.
go back.
That's crazy. All right, back to the show. All right, but okay, so
You want to keep playing the video?
well, I had a question. Till we
Yeah.
I had a question about the privilege. So she
About the
felt
video.
well,
Yeah.
she made a statement. She said privilege. So we're gonna give her there. She said privilege. So do y'all guys feel that is it privilege or not privilege to get the plastics to have the breast augmentations? Yes or no?
Hell, motherfucking yeah! Because if you're in
Yeah.
if you're in the rural sticks of like China or like some crazy ass place and you cannot afford it, they say there's like a TikTok trend of like either if you're not pretty, it's just because you're not rich enough, and like it's all the different people that have gotten certain different changes or plastic surgeries and all this crap. Yeah, it's definitely a privilege. And like if you go to someone cheap, like I have a couple of clients that are doctors, they charge a lot of money for this stuff. And if you go to someone cheap and what they get is actually a lot of people. Let's say I get my boobs done by that doctor that you're talking about for 3,500 and they fuck it all up. I would then be like so unhappy because one's like up here and the other one's down here, right? I'm stuck like that until I can find another doctor that's going to fix that. That's when these doctors come in that charge like anywhere between 20,000 to 60,000. That's when you're getting into specialists. So they have to redo all of that work. So yeah, absolutely. You're looking at the cost efficiency, you're looking at cost in general, and you're looking at your location. If you have anything around you, it is definitely a privilege that not everybody can afford.
Yeah, I agree with that. Unfortunately, she's just in her denial stage, and it's like whatever. You agree or disagree, Cam? Privilege, not privilege.
Yeah, it's definitely a privilege. I mean,
Sorry.
I guess there's an argument to be made of should it be a privilege, but
Nah, we ain't got.
it's
If you don't
definitely
need
a
an argument,
privilege.
yeah. Because you know what, we already know this. Like people can argue
I'm
over
not
peanut
even
butter
gonna
jelly
leave that one.
sandwiches.
That's
Yeah, people can argue over tacos. Everybody love.
Yeah,
in my area,
I
everybody
didn't
love
know.
tacos.
Ooh, I want tacos.
Okay. I'm saying I didn't make tacos. I can tell you what I made, but I didn't make tacos. I did Cornish hen, but it's all good.
I want tacos.
Okay.
Hey, does
babe.
it look like I work out? Look at this.
Do
It
you
looks
have
like
those-
I work out.
Do you have
Sorry.
Sidebar. All right. You had something to say, Cam, before I play the camera? I'll play the I think
Hello?
you good. Oh, okay,
yeah.
he put on pause. Okay, he's talking. All right, we're gonna play.
Overdo it with plastic surgery. 3, 2, 1,
Love you.
go.
I think if you go to the point in which it affects your health, nah, that is too much. So that would be overdoing it. But who are we to say, oh, that person is overdoing it just for the sake of it, just because you personally don't like how they look? That's none of your business. That's their body. If they're happy, it's okay.
I stopped when I felt like I needed to stop. I think if I continued to get plastic surgery, I would have started just tearing myself apart. And I feel like I might have gotten progressively more critical of myself.
I never understood why people call other people botched. I think that's really fucked up. And I don't think that other people need your projections onto what they view as beautiful, because the media preys on female insecurity and they beat that into your head to want to look beautiful, perfect all the time.
I've gone too far. I had liquid silicone injected in my body from head to toe, and now I'm paying the price now. I had it taken out of my body maybe 50 times, but they can't ever get rid of it completely because it's plastic. Can you overdo it? Yeah. But is it my business? No.
Well, welcome.
I agree with all of you guys.
I would let my children.
I don't know, man. It's like I think she had a lot of trauma when she did what she did. Are you serious? It did it again. Yeah, I just saw it on my phone.
It's the video, bro.
Stream unavailable. Policy violations again.
Yeah. If it come back up, we'll just we'll just close it out.
Yeah. I just figured I'd hit you up and let you know it just happened. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think it's the video, bro.
You guys are having fun. So
Yeah, that's crazy. And you know what? At least we came back fast and fresh and fit.
yeah, that was you had to.
All right, I appreciate it, man. I guess I'll give it like a few minutes and call you back or whatever. You'll see us on.
All right, see you, Mike.
All right.
Damn Jubilee.
Ah,
I'm looking at the comments.
Jubilee like won't stop, can't stop. I can't say I apologize, Cam, but this is it happened. I could say it happens, but this is new. I know Fresh and Fit on their end, they got canceled, but something they actually did because they're retarded. And they was down for like 3 days. I don't know if you heard about this situation with
Wow.
we actually had her
Okay.
on as a guest. She a girl they had on by the name of Shay Means had a fight with Tommy Sotomayor, and she pretty much didn't have no drawers on, and everything was exposed on camera. So, but even before that, they pretty much got shut down twice. The first time was for 3 days because something happened where I guess somebody reported saying that boobs or breasts was exposed. So, yeah.
I used to enjoy Tommy Sotomayor, and then I've been
Now we
wanting
back.
to debate him for a while, man. I just
Yeah. Now we're back. Hey, Jubilee, calm down. Calm down. We're having perspective conversations. Nobody disrespecting nobody. If we got, I don't know, I'm not gonna say hackers, but if we got people reporting something, trust me, stuff that I say, it has what I really want to say has nothing, will not compare to what's going on this live stream. And we're being very respectful of everybody's thoughts and this some. So calm down, Jubilee, pump the brakes. It's okay. Y'all shared a lot of many videos and y'all upcoming. Calm down.
Keep playing the video. I'm getting bored.
He said, calm down. Like,
My area is
calm
getting
down.
bored. I'm all getting bored. I'm like, play the video.
I'm gonna chop it up to. I'm gonna go ahead and skim it a little bit further.
I'm mad. I keep.
Yeah, we got a new guest on, Jubilee. Calm down.
It might not even be Jubilee,
I'm
guys.
gonna say it's my fault.
No, it's not.
It's my fault. You just got canceled immediately.
I read your message, Poppy. I read your message. Jubilee like, yo, you ain't gonna hold us down.
Yourself, like now you just have like a festering hole and it just smells and it's disgusting. And
how old were you?
I was 19.
Well, God damn.
I'm trying to get to the point
because
she made.
my brothers were prepared to enter womanhood because I don't have a mom that taught me that stuff. So I would always.
Well, it's hard. I couldn't even look at my for a year.
But it was really hard because I was always so hard on myself because my brothers would say really disgusting to me, like saying, "Oh, why did you even get that surgery? Why did you even cut off that part of yourself? Like now you just have like a festering hole and it just smells and it's disgusting." And
how old were you?
I was 19.
Oh, that's very young.
Yeah,
I was 19 too. I've had.
My issue with that one is why was she even? That's a lot of pressure for you. Like something had to be going on, and this is me just speculating. Something had to go wrong in your childhoods or your family function or defunction to have you do that to yourself at that young of an age. That's very traumatic.
I agree. I
That's
think
very
19.
traumatic.
Well, I think it should be I honestly think there should be a thing where you cannot have any sort of surgery without parental consent until you're 25 instead of 18, because people don't. You're not even men and women don't develop until 21 to 25 mentally. those are like huge decisions to be making without
But
without someone's like help.
But you know what the scary part is? People seem like they don't understand that these days. And like you just said it, and it's like common sense to everybody else. So
Yeah,
I think
but
that's pretty much what that in that little inner circles, that's pretty much what happened. Hey Poppy, I got your message, bro. I'm gonna do
Well,
that
I
too.
think it's kind of
Go ahead, Cam.
I think it's kind of dangerous to go and say that you can't do it at a. I don't think you should do it before a certain age, but I think you're going to go, go pretty. It goes too far when you say you can't do something, because I guess the
I didn't say
psychology
can't.
behind that is if you tell somebody they can't do something, they're
I
going to
didn't say
want to do
can't.
it, and then
I
they're
never
going to
said can't. I never said can't.
then
I
they're
said
going to go overboard.
I never said can't. I said they should do it with some sort of supervision, meaning unless you're like
Okay,
like
my bad.
like let's say you're like my brother and you're my only family, right? And I wanted to get my boobs done. I would need you to sign off and be like, yeah, she's mentally stable. She's doing this for herself. I think it's a good idea just for her because she wants to do it for herself. Someone that like mentally evaluates, like, okay, they're ready to make that kind of decision, as opposed to like, okay, I'm 18, I'm gonna get tits done. I'm not saying can't. I'm just saying like there should be more involvement with a person's. You know what I mean? Because it's like we all know, like if I'm sitting here talking about how I think my boobs are so small, guys, they're always flat, they're always so small, nobody likes me, la da 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 da. Most likely you're gonna be like, Minka, chill, you're good the way you are. And then if I want to get surgery, you're gonna be like, hell no, bitch, you crazy, you need to chill and start loving yourself first, then go get them if you want to. Like that's what I bet.
Yeah, which makes sense. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Primal, we're like bad boys. We can't stop. We won't stop. But I'm Will Smith, and
Oh my
Mika
God.
is Martin.
Hell no, you are not Will Smith, bro.
You see how she cursing right now? That's
Hell
Martin
no.
attitude right there.
No,
That's Martin's attitude right there.
No. You scratched my car, I'm gonna kill you. I'm Will Smith. You are not putting me as Martin.
You see how all the antics and stuff she's doing? That's perfect Martin Lawrence right there. That's perfect Martin Lawrence.
You know what? You're Steve Urkel. You are Steve Urkel.
Nah, we're bad boys, baby. Bad boys for life.
Next.
I've had so many surgeries that some have been good, some have been bad, but I never blame the doctor, and I've had
Well,
some quacks
damn.
work on me, and they f***ed up, but you know what? I just live with it and just, you can go ahead and when that heals a little bit, go ahead and go to someone else if you're not happy.
I really like how you recognize that and you don't blame the doctor.
I don't blame it on the doctor. No, why should I, Because they could do the same procedure on me and with you, and I could get an infection and screw up, or the implant or whatever might settle different.
Plastic surgery made me happier. 3, 2, 1, go.
I feel like I was happy.
All right, I'm pausing just because for a hot second, just for the YouTube purposes. If you got a thought real quick, spit it out. Not, I'm just gonna play it. All right, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna play it.
Before, but I just put on a real bra to go out the other night, and like the joy that it brought me, like I literally almost could have cried because like it was something I wanted for so long that it genuinely made me happy. Like it wasn't like I was sad before.
How much did these go for now?
Well, my surgery was $6,400, so it wasn't that bad.
What? 64?
Yeah.
My happiness really.
I saw your eyebrow lift up, Mika. 6,400 right there. Cha-ching.
Not based on my plastic surgery. Did it add confidence? Oh, 100%. Yes, I was happy before, and if they were taken away tomorrow, honestly, it would suck, but I would still be happy. I would be there. It's okay. I'm alive. That's all that matters.
You'd be pissed. Let's be real.
No, I would be pissed for a while, bro. But eventually, like if that's how it has to be, okay, whatever. Like I'm alive at the end of the day, Like it was a choice. It was a cosmetic surgery. It's not something that like I needed. It's something that I wanted and I chose to have.
I like that she said that. I love that she said that, and I fuck
What did
with
she
that
say?
bitch. I fuck with that bitch because she said, like, it's not something that I needed; it's something that I wanted to have.
I agree with that. All right. Any last thoughts? Like it, enjoy it, all that good stuff. We'll go with you, Cam. What you think, man? And again, I appreciate you for coming on, being a trooper. I did not expect this to happen as far as YouTube purposes goes. But yeah, what's your thoughts?
I enjoyed myself, but I mean, I do agree that I like that she ended it that way. Like
Yeah.
it was a choice. 'Cause I mean, the bottom line, that's what you kind of want people to go into cosmetic surgery for. It's your choice, not you feel pressured to do it, not any other reason. But this is something that I actually want. So
Hmm. All right. What about you, Minka? You just want me to go ahead, then you're end it off.
Huh?
My bad. I'm too low. I said, do you want to go get final thoughts? So you want me to go ahead and then you can go last.
Sure, I'll go last. I don't care. I really don't care today because it's an interesting topic today.
Okay. We're fighting the crap out of YouTube. YouTube is like, yo, we're taking
Okay,
you
I'll go.
on.
I'll go. You go ahead and deal with that. I think that at the end, I think that this was insightful because I don't think that men don't. I don't think that men realize how much pressure is on females, especially to be like perfect or to be pretty or to be like something because it is like even the slightest things that you guys say of like uh Angela, you said when you were younger, you were thinking and said something like nice boobs or something.
Mhm.
Immediately, what you guys don't realize is the girl's looking at her boobs like, why did he say that? Or like, I know of girls like I had a family member that she's Hispanic like me but mixed and looks white. She went down to Mexico and she heard guys saying like something about her flat ass. That girl is like literally like fucked in the head all these years later. It's more than 15 years later and she still thinks that she has a flat ass and she's got a big ass. It's I'm just saying, like, it's good insight to see that it's not just like, because I think like a lot of men tend to think, not a lot of men in my experience in this vicinity have tended to say things like, oh, it's all women, men don't give a shit. And the reality is like, no, like most of the time, most of these women have that insecurity stemming from men saying something or doing something. And like, I just really like that that was a focal point, but I do believe that there's a lot of messed up crap in that industry. And I think that, uh, you guys are back. I like women that like are happy with themselves, and if they want to, cool, kudos to you. I don't give a shit, but like, I think it's a good example for other women. Like that lady, the last lady, she like
Yeah.
killed it as a being a last thing. Like that, that's what should have been highlighted throughout the whole video. It's
Exactly.
just asking those questions just to ask them. No, like you should have utilized this to highlight the whole video of like be happy within yourself first. So
I think they edited it too and just try to make it like for that little
no, of course they did.
yeah. So, but at the same time, I think they should have kind of should like I agree with you. I think they should have kind of plugged it in between it. But that probably made it like more of a controversy and probably made that would put a bit of pressure on people too. Like, yeah, you like, but yeah, remember? Oh, okay. So I'm good with it either or. Um, my closing with the whole thing is I just like I said, I just think people just need to be aware of this. You got something, Cam? My bad. I thought you had something to say. I thought his hand had raised up. Um, what you got, Cam?
oh,
Okay. Yeah,
I
my
was gonna say, well, since she did make
since she made what?
well, since she did make Mika did make the comment that about men and the way that they act, the things that they say, the things that they do, that we do a lot of things that we don't think have that we think are in passing, that
Yeah,
don't have any effect on anybody because we don't think that our words actually have any meaning, especially to most women. Because I mean, when you in your life, you probably don't have, as men, we sure as fuck don't believe that we have a lot of control our over our space. So it
Oh
is
yeah, no.
something that we do need to take into account. That when
It's
you say something, when you do something, it could have a lasting effect on.
well, and it's. I will say this because we are talking primarily on the women because those are the subjects,
hmm
but it's also I'm always on the like on the scale of balance. I also think like I talk to a lot of women, especially my girlfriends, that like if they're in a relationship and they say some mean ass things to their dudes, it's like just because he's a man does not mean he doesn't have any feelings. And I think that that's where I just wanted to say something for the guys' side too, because we're never one-sided here, right?
Yeah.
That like there's a lot of women that think that because they have emotions, it's the most important thing, or that men don't feel anything when we say you're a piece of shit, you're not good enough, or you're short, or you're this, or you're that. Men have feelings too, and that does affect them.
Said gray pill is Stefan. I don't know what that means. That's like
I don't
Steve
know what that
Urkel.
means either.
Yeah, when Steve Urkel put that potion, he
Yeah,
turns
women
to,
are mean.
And that's men are mean, women
Like,
are
women
mean. It's just
They say mean things.
men and women are both mean to each other. It's just about highlighting that there are bad people, there are mean people on both sides, and we as human beings need to take responsibility for what we say to one another.
okay, I agree with all that.
That's all.
Yeah. My thing is, like I said, I'm agreeing with everybody on their perspective. I'm pretty much open to it. Just like I said, people just need to be a little bit more self-aware and the choices they make. Because like Cam said earlier, it's it's your choice, but really understand the choice you make, that it may have lasting effects for yourself. Don't do it for the guys. Don't do it for the movies. Don't do it for the commercials. Don't do it for that. Like, I get it. Heck, even if you're an OnlyFans, because a little nugget for y'all guys out there and the viewers, y'all didn't know that the chick that was in the far back that had the rhinoplasty, she's actually in the Pornhub industry. So, and that's where she was coming from her perspective. And yeah, and I ain't trying to pull her out, but she's not that good in her what she do as a job. So
Oh my God.
you can have a nose job.
Okay, that's
yeah.
what I'm talking about. What you just did. That is exactly what I'm
Okay,
talking about.
okay, but hold on. The point I'm trying to make.
That's the point. You just made it for me. You just made it for me. You
But
just made
the
for
point
me.
I'm trying to make is her doing a nose job for me doesn't have any positive or negative effects, because of the main job she's built to do is to do the BJ and to do everything else. That's the point I'm saying. You should not feel pressure because that she said because of the business, because that gave her some kind of look. Okay, maybe so.
So
But
I'm trying to explain to you what you just did. If she sees this, what her brain does is, oh, it's probably still because I don't look the part. So I'm gonna get boobs now. Oh, another video comes out. Okay, so I'm gonna get an ass now. Oh, another person says like it doesn't match. Okay, I'm gonna get my rib taken out so I have a smaller waist. Like,
I agree. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. But those key elements.
Since you exemplified it.
No. I'm agreeing with you. But those key elements, like you're saying, like Voltron, the arm going, this, that going. You're still, but the main purpose of Pornhub, you're doing the two key elements is salt and pepper shakers. You're doing everything else. So that's what I'm just saying, that you don't need all that to do what you're specifically supposed to be doing. That's my take. Most people,
I get it.
And most people that do those surgeries, and this is for the viewers and me generalizing, most of those people out there go beyond the extreme. So, and I'm speaking for her industry and everything else. But me personally, my advice to anybody else, if you're doing it, you're making the choice, make sure, even if you're in the peer pressure realm, make sure you understand your choices you're making. Like the woman up front, she said point blank period, hey, I'm not judging the doctors, I'm not judging the boss, because it was a choice she made. It wasn't even have to be said. It wasn't have to be said. It was an action. I can't judge them. I can't blame them. It's something I chose to do. So just keep that in mind.
I was just using it as an example.
I'm speaking to TV. I'm in like the fourth dimension right now. I'm talking to them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, but I'm gonna read this last one, and we're gonna go straight into and end from here. So what do Black say? It appears that when true victims have gone through traumas, they neglect the self-awareness, true, and
empathy for other marginalized groups in society, and it can come off as self-absorbed and selfish. Hell, motherfucking yeah, damn! That was a bomb.
There you go,
sir. That was truth, and it is a bomb.
Absolutely. There you go. This for you, Scale. It's all for you.
He's like, let me fix the outside. I swear to God.
Hey, better than them nuke bombs. But yeah, but anyway, like always, guys, thank you. Appreciate for Cam coming on as my guest.
Thank
Like
you.
always, I appreciate Mika for coming in and giving her perspective and everything. And like most women do, correct the men, especially because we're not always right. We can't be always right. We just can't. So,
Neither
yeah,
can we.
yeah.
We need
But
each other.
that's true. So on that one, but the fact that between Jubilee or Report did us dirty, I'm just go ahead
It's
and just
not Jubilee.
I
Leave
don't
her
know.
alone.
I don't know. I don't know who. I don't know what they did. I don't know. It could be the Report. I don't know. But the fact that we got canceled probably like 3 times in one stream, it came back.
We didn't get canceled. We got suspended for a moment. It was a hand on
strong, but we came back strong. We came back
Oh my God.
strong, and when we came back, I'm just because of that, because y'all was inconvenienced. I'm gonna go ahead and hand it off with the the outro that we had before. Y'all can enjoy yourselves. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you.